Inside Donald Trump's prison cell, the surroundings are like any other small, enclosed space. The walls are gray concrete, and a narrow cot with a thin mattress is the only piece of furniture. A tiny metal sink and toilet combo sit in one corner, while a small barred window allows a sliver of natural light to filter in. The sound of clanking bars echoes through the air as guards patrol the hallway outside.
What is...
President Trump is 76 years old. He will die in federal prison.
Trump spends his days pacing the limited floor space. The once powerful man now finds himself in a place of confinement.
But I think she was trying to convey the point that in this mom and pop, and I want to hear your experience, that nothing really went down, that Trump didn't have some fingerprints or some agency over. Was that your experience working there?
That's absolutely my experience. But I want to clarify something. People say that Michael wasn't involved with the campaign. It's just not true. As someone who was there from day one and watched every one of those pieces put into place, there were only 14 of us. Cohen was an integral part of the early organization of the Trump campaign. Anytime someone says that to me, it's laughable. And also, he actually helped to organize some of the people who are in the key positions of the campaign strategically where they are. So when people dismiss him as just someone on the outside, it's just not the case. He traveled with us when we had to formulate this diversity coalition for Donald Trump. You'll see tons of pictures with him. Look at the pictures from Cleveland. Look at the pictures from Detroit. Michael Cohen is right there, involved in the campaign. That's number one. Number two, Michael Cohen cannot do anything in that organization without Donald Trump knowing, without Donald Trump directing. Donald Trump knew how many people were in his lobby buying ice creams from the ice cream shop, how many people were coming into the parking garage and which parking attendant was working the attendant. That's how involved he was in the organization. To say that Michael Cohen went rogue is laughable. It's somebody who doesn't know Trump world and doesn't know how Donald Trump operates.
I mean,
the whole thing about the newspaper, I've been to Trump's home. I don't know if you all have been. They're not like dropping newspapers at your stoop, right?
There's no other paper boy. There's going really far.
There's a lot of security in that building. It's a lot of security, but moreover, I've never seen her hold a piece of paper for information since I met her. I mean, I met them when they were engaged. That's not who she is. She might read it on her phone or on her iPad, but he really wasn't concerned about her seeing a newspaper cover and it changing the perception.
But there has to be some word.
OMAROSA, when you see all that transpired with Hope, the tears, the angst, but then also the testimony, at the end of the day, what do you think she provided for the prosecution? She was their witness on the witness stand today.
Well, first, let me talk about what stood out to me. Hope has this incredible memory. So anytime she said that she couldn't remember or didn't recall, I know it's a legal tactic, but it was a little surprising for me in that respect. But there were some things that were very similar to my time working with her from the campaign into the White House. She is a messenger for Trump. And I think that she kind of went into a default for that when she took some unnecessary jabs at Cohen. She said that he broke things or he would create these situations where he broke them and he would have to fix them. And I thought that was really odd, particularly since he had to fix things for her. I don't know if you guys recall her alleged relationship with Corey Lewandowski. Cohen had to kill stories about that relationship on her behalf, and he did. So I thought some of those things were her kind of falling into the default of continuing to be a messenger for Donald Trump, but there were other moments that I thought were very poignant.
He is nuts and clearly disturbed. The Standard. He's angry. Vanity Fair. His own family hates him. The New York Post. He sounds like he's transmitting from another galaxy. He is so crazy. The New York Post. Kennedy is a humorless bully living in a paranoid fantasy. Vanity Fair. What the is wrong with Bobby Kennedy? Okay. He's a walking, talking conspiracy theory. The New York Times. He's completely divorced from reality. The Guardian. He is vile. The White House. Being with him was the low point of my summer. Vanity Fair. Bobby Kennedy speaks with a croaking, rasping, painful-sounding voice. His vague explanation is that it's a virus. But more likely, it is a crackpipe voice. The Standard. Kennedy is a crank. The New York Times. He is a crank. The New York Times. He's a crank who cranks out whoppers the way Taylor Swift disgorges perfect pop songs. The New York Times. He has conversations with dead people. The Guardian.
Before I go any further, can your day possibly survive without 10 seconds of this? Many people would describe former loser Don Corleone as a two-bob bit, wouldn't even make Craigslist, snake oil salesman. Jeff Daniels is, well,
there's just a lack of decency that Donald has kind of, hitched his wagon to. And he keeps telling us these things, I mean, I look at the trial every day, and you watch what happens in the trial, and then you watch him, talk about it like it was an amazing day, here. No, it wasn't. It really wasn't. So quit trying to tell us like you're a bad salesman on my
so much going on. I almost forgot to mention something to do with Marjorie Taylor Greene. Whinge, whine, moan, and here's the funniest thing is between her and Trump, they just really do fight for attention in the same way that toilet roll fights to flush the way down the pan.
And if anyone thinks that bipartisanship and compromise is good in Washington, D.C., they really need to understand that that is truly total surrender to the radical ideology and the Marxism that the Biden administration and the communist Democrats have brought on our country. So that bipartisanship in Washington is not a good thing right now. Compromise is not a good thing. And power sharing with our Republican-controlled majority to Democrats that are destroying our country, that is not a good thing. It's a complete betrayal.
We're going to be the greatest country in the world unless we elect great leaders. And we're not there yet, but I hope in the fall, I think that's when the voters, and it's the middle of the electorate that's going to decide the election, says, you know what, I'm going to vote for decency, even if he's old. Because you know what? Old is also wise, is also wisdom, it's also experience. And that'll get us to 2028 when we'll get...
I might be getting ahead of myself here, but it's May the 3rd and tomorrow is May the 4th. Be with you. The White House press briefing, KJP. Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker himself, was here to... Wow.
What did you talk about with the president?
Well, first of all, I only expected to be there for like 5 minutes. He showed us all these photographs, and, it was really amazing to me because, I was invited to the Carter White House, and I came, and then I came to the Obama White House, but I never was invited into the Oval Office, and it was a large gathering. So this one was really extra special.
All right, sir.
So,
yes.
Can Biden bring up Star Wars too, sir?
Well, I called him Mr. President. He said, you can call me Joe. And I said, can I call you Joe B-1 Kenobi? And he liked that.
Anybody remember Ron Disaster, Ron DeSantis, what former guy was calling him? I said at the time it was all garbage because, they're now besties because, Trump needs those votes. You could just say, oh, shite. Oh, that's something else. Trump, what shit? Oh, okay.
Has this ever happened to you? You're sitting in court again, under pressure and stress, and then a warm feeling comes over you, uncomfortably warm. Uh-oh. It's pressure, all right. Down there. That's when you need Trump diapers. Trump diapers, the elite adults incontinence product for owning libs on the go while you go. Trump diapers contain a comforting, patent-pending fiber that's the ultimate in pulling fluids from your delicate orange skin.
I always look orange.
With Trump diapers, you can sit all day in luxurious comfort, whether you're busy ending democracy or just rage posting on social media without consequence. Trump diapers let you spread Russian propaganda all day in dry comfort. And Trump diapers make insurrection easy. You'll never need to poop in the Capitol again. Trump diapers, for when you're losing your shit in more ways than one.
But a lot of it was just connecting about things. I mean, look, he's a dad. He's got a kid going to
to college. You know, I'm a dad. I've got 3 young kids in the household. He's concerned about how my wife was doing. Obviously, she had a cancer scare a couple years ago. So it was just a good meeting and a good conversation. But
Fox Truth, for God's sake, what an oxymoron. Fox News telling the truth about Marjorie Taylor Greene. Can they extend it? They call her an idiot, by the way. Sorry, it's a spoiler. Can they just extend that same term of endearment to Tom Cotton? He's not well, Tom Cotton, he isn't. And he's a liar. And he richly just needs to go back in time, read the history for yourself, Mr. Cotton.
That's right. It's out in the open. And you're right. You know, Fox News called me an idiot. And you're right. You know, Fox News called me an idiot. Called me an idiot.
Sean, it's pretty certain you wouldn't. And again, this is what Joe Biden and liberals have accused Donald Trump of for the last 9 years. But when Donald Trump lost a court case, might have upset him, but he followed the court case. Joe Biden.
If we could just go over some of the numbers, I think it's pretty clear that we won. We won very substantially, Georgia. You even see it by rally size, frankly. We'd be getting 25,000, 30,000 people a rally, and the competition would get less than 100 people, and it never made sense. But we have a number of... So, look, all I want to do is this. I just want to find 11,780 votes.
You would think Trump, with all of that experience, would know how to carry pizza. I mean, he loves fast food, he loves his McDonald's, he loves his whatever stuff that builds up the cholesterol and brings a possible cardiac arrest forward. He loves all of that stuff, but that's his choice of health. And by the way, I'm going to play this clip again. We made it earlier, and the good... I'm not going to have a go at firemen, but one particular representative is not very happy with this video. He really isn't. Sent us a message. Doesn't want you to watch it. A senior fire person chief in New York doesn't want you to watch the next few seconds. Okay. Go and do something else. Don't watch it. Something we've never done before, Pizza Watch. Let's do how a former guy delivers pizza. 5:54, staffer sets aside 2 pizzas. 5:57, staffer walks 2 pizzas to Trump.
For the first responders here at this fire department here in New York City. So you'll see the motorcade come in from my right to the left, or your left to right. There we go. We'll come in. It looks like we've got a couple of staffers, and you can see that. They've got some pizzas as we continue our coverage with President Trump here on the ground. Once again, if you're joining us, thanks for spending your afternoon with us. This is one of the things that we enjoy doing in terms of bringing you live development coverage with President Trump. Now, I've got some sirens. It looks like they're probably starting to block off some of the streets. Now here comes one. It's a good look there. Okay, I've been told as follows. I'm just going to listen in as we bring to you, as it happens, President Trump here in New York City. Up, I would imagine this inside vehicle is likely the one that he will, yes, he will, that will be the one he'll get out. He's likely to get out on our side. You can kind of see a little bit of the reflection there. And he's getting out. Let's listen in.
5:58, Trump accepts and redelivers them.
Looks like
6:01.
President Trump is now
inspects
gonna
pizza.
Open up the pizza and perhaps pass out some slices to the first responders here.
6:10. Trump leaves. Cold pizza and photo op is concluded. And he then gets his minions to push out the posters and pictures, all of the paraphernalia on social media. Oh, it's just called staged.
We gotta give him a good signature now. Right? Oh yeah. The whole thing.
He's nervous. What'd you do?
On Tuesday, April 4th, 2023, Donald Trump entered a Manhattan courtroom and pled not guilty to 34 crimes.
Squash it.
Fucking movie star. You're a fucking movie star. So tick, tick, tick.
Inside Donald Trump's prison cell, the surroundings are like any other small, enclosed space. The walls are gray concrete, and a narrow cot with a thin mattress is the only piece of furniture. A tiny metal sink and toilet combo sit in one corner, while a small barred window allows a sliver of natural light to filter in. The sound of clanking bars echoes through the air as guards patrol the hallway outside.
What? What is...
President Trump is 76 years old. He will die in federal prison.
Trump spends his days pacing the limited floor space. The once powerful man now finds himself in a place of confinement.